Alright, so this is a little video I'm gonna make, just going over some things that I think are wrong with the game. Now, let me just start this off by saying I think the game is pretty good. I think it's like, I don't know, 6 out of 10, and I'd say honestly if they fixed these things it'd go up to like an 8 out of 10, and then it'd be a pretty good game. But there's a lot of things in this game that are like, these are all minor, don't get me wrong, but they all add up, and it's kind of annoying. Like, these things are just like, why is it like this? It makes no sense. Like, why? So let's start off with, there's no HP numbers. There's no way to get numbers on your resource bars, unless I'm stupid, but I think I said this in the beta too. Like, it exists. You can't get a bar of HP like above your character, so you're gonna have to keep looking down at HP thing. Now, about the HP thing, the HP bar has like 3 HP bars in the HP bar. On your HP bar, you get your actual HP, you get barrier, you get fortify, there's probably some other things I'm missing, and then also you can get you get vulnerability on you. Adds another effect on it. These are really hard to tell what your actual HP is. So sometimes I like, oh man, am I about to die? Oh wait, no, I'm full HP. That was another bar that was almost empty, not my actual HP. Alright, next thing. No map overlay. You have to look at the mini map in the top right corner or open up the big map. It's 2023. I don't know why this game doesn't have that. Well, I know why, because they explicitly said they don't want it, but like, why? Can't use the mount speed boost in town. I guess they're enforcing a speed limit. I mean, that one's pretty minor. I mean, those are all pretty minor, but that one especially. There's no gem tab in your inventory, so your gems will just take up a top row, essentially, like every single dungeon. Some dungeons have some huge backtracking issues. I don't think it's as bad as in the beta, but it's still pretty bad in some of them. And then some of them you have to like kill all the monsters, and then they'll drop certain little essences you have to pick up, and they're pretty small, and on the map they're pretty small too, so if you miss one you're gonna have to go back for it, but I guess that's a skill issue. So a lot of the quests are pretty bad. Especially like, this is more Act 3 to 5. There's some pretty bad quests. For example, the one on the screen, this one is like the longest escort mission I've ever seen in a game. Maybe there's like longer, WoW or whatever, but man, this mission just kept going. It's definitely the longest escort mission in ARPG, I think. It just keeps going and going and going. And then there's quests these are side quests. It just makes you go up to things and you like emote / cheer. It's basically like they looked at Lost Ark, looked at what was bad about the leveling process there, and then put it in this game too. But I don't understand. Like, one quest was you were like cooking things, and you were just clicking on things for like 10 minutes. Click on the pizza oven, click on a wheel and you turn it, click it 3 times and turn it 3 more times. It was like stupid. And then another quest, you have to like run around this place, get one flower that's pretty hard to see, then find another thing there, and then you cook those things. Yeah. Best way to sum it up is they took the worst part of Lost Ark story quests and put in this game. Full clear missions where you have to clear every single mob and dungeon are pretty annoying. At least they highlight the things, the monsters on the map though, so it's not that bad. I don't know why there's no reset dungeon option. They make you wait a minute. Like, it's really just an inconvenience. It's like, okay, a minute, wow. So what? And if you're in a party, you can also leave the party and then there's no minute wait. You just go right back in. So I really don't know why we're saving reset, or there is no reset dungeon option. I don't understand why. You don't get the mount until Act 4, which is basically end game. I don't know why it's so far away from the beginning of the game. I thought it was supposed to be like Act 2, but it just takes forever to get it. Well, not forever, but in terms of the story. Cheat death. I think cheat death is lame. Lots of fights are really terrible for melee. Alright, this is not even so much a melee thing, but this fight was just really bad. Show you this one. Check this out. The Duriel fight. You ready for this? Check this out. Look at this camera angle. Isn't that great? But there's a lot of fights that are like for melee. It's not even just the fight itself. Granted, yeah, the fights are bad for most of them. They like spawn a bunch of pools of degen on the ground and you like have to stand in them as melee because it's like the entire boss of them. But it's not even just that. It's like the hitboxes or the targeting, like the name targeting in this game. There's like something wrong with it on most of the bosses. Like their hitbox is either too big, so you're stuck on them essentially, and you can't navigate properly because it's like huge. It's like a giant square around them essentially. And you can't click off them, or you have to click really far away. You can't have like a precise movement, or there's like the hitbox is too small and you can't click certain parts of them. It won't give you like the ability to even hit them unless you're like on a certain spot on their body. It's pretty weird. Quest tracking in this game sucks. I don't know why it doesn't just keep tracking the campaign quests. Like you'll finish one, the next one will pop up, but it won't be tracking the next one in the chain. And you have to go re-click it. I don't understand why it works like that. On death effects, it's like they looked at PoE and took one of the worst things about it and put a bunch of on-death effects on a ton of mobs. Like sometimes there's just way too much on-death effects on screen, and some of them did way too much damage. I felt like nothing in the game did any damage, and then some on-death effects like chunked me really bad. It's pretty weird. The Waller mod on enemies, if you get like a few of them, like if you get more than one, it's really annoying. They spawn a bunch of walls on you and it's pretty annoying. NPCs in the towns themselves are too far away from each other. I don't understand why everything is so spread apart in town. Like your chest or your stash will be on the far east of the town. Then the blacksmith will be on the far west of the town. It takes like forever to get between them. So that's pretty annoying. A lot of things in the game feel like they're like intentionally slow, spread out, just to get you to play longer. It seems like that is a lot of the game to me. Like for example, the NPCs and quests are just so incredibly slow. Here, I'll not show the spoilers here, I guess, because that's kind of, I think that's the end game boss. But like, it's like the NPCs are always way behind you. This is especially true in like the later acts, for sure. They're like way behind you. You'll run past them thinking you can just run ahead. But nope, then they get stuck on something. You have to backtrack back to them. It's kind of dumb. There are random barriers on, like, as you just travel through the world, there's random barriers which stop you. You have to get off your horse and clear it, but then your horse is on cooldown for 10 seconds. Like, you can see the barrier right there. Like, why is that there? At least that one's not that bad. But some of them completely block paths, and then you have to jump off your horse, and there's nothing even there. Like, there's no monsters or anything. It's just a barrier to annoy you and get in your way. Maybe make you take a little bit more time, I guess. I'm pretty sure this one's a bug, and I'm trying not to include just like straight bugs on this list. Like, I'm trying to include things that seem like actually like decisions they made or something they forgot about, not like coding bugs. But monsters drop like 1 million cheat death recipes every time you kill them, and like always clutters the ground, and it makes it harder to lose. Another thing is, if people are in a party, it doesn't let you invite them to a new party, which I've never seen that in a game before, where if you're in a party, you can't invite another player. It's kind of annoying. And then since it's like that, sometimes it won't update the state of their party fast enough, so you have to wait like a minute for it to even realize they're not in a party. Something that's been happening is I get stuck on chat, and then I can't use my abilities because my chat got open somehow. But I didn't press enter, because enter is nowhere near any key I use while playing. And somehow it opens. I tried clicking with my mouse, that doesn't open it. So I don't know what opens it. Someone said the X key, I tried that, doesn't open it. But something is opening it, and I don't know what it is. There's like a random key they put to open the chat for some reason, or it's a bug and it just opens randomly. But it's been a few times I've almost ripped that. Another thing is monsters not dropping their loot instantly on death. This is pretty annoying. Some monsters have pretty long death animations, and I'll kill this rare, and then I'll be like stumbling around for 3 minutes, and then it finally pops and drops its loot. So that is the end of my list here of all relatively minor things, but it adds up and it's pretty annoying. I think if they fixed the majority of that stuff, I think the game would be pretty good. I think the game's pretty good anyways, but this is like a cut, death by 1,000 cuts. It's really annoying. But yep, that is about it. I'll probably make a video like this for good things too, or maybe I'll just make a full review video. And I'll keep keeping track of these things as I play, and if I get enough things, I'll make a part 2 of this video of just things like, why are these in the game? Why does it work like this?